Jason's life. Our beloved friend, son, brother, Jason Calvi. I'm speaking today for many of Jason's friends, including some of these guys. We're talking shared memories and thoughts. It's impossible to say all the things we'd like to say in the short amount of time we have. But I'll give Dave Duncan credit for a quote that I wanted to share. Ernest Hemingway once said, "The world breaks everyone, and afterward, some are strong at the broken places." We are all broken today with the loss of Jason, but we all stand together today, united in his memory and to celebrate his amazing life. And I pray that we strengthen each other through the grieving process. It's difficult to comprehend the loss of Jason, but together we can and will be stronger in our broken places. As you can tell by today's attendance, Jason had a lot of friends. Friendships were very important to Jason, and his life reflected that. He touched so many of us in his own special way. I first met Jason playing Little League Baseball like a lot of us. We played sports with him throughout his life. Jason loved sports, and he was an amazing athlete. He was a man's man, as Craig demonstrated up there. He loved sports, hunting, fishing, horseshoes, darts, poker. Whatever it was, he was game. He would even create competitions on the fly and bet you he could beat you whatever he came up with. And whatever the sport or competition was, you better know he was in it to win it. And let me tell you, if he beat you at something, he would never, and I say never, let you forget it. He may have been short in stature, but he was a giant on the playing field. He had such a competitive spirit about him that it was contagious. Jason didn't have too much to say on the field. His play and his drive to win spoke volumes to those around him. He was just intense about winning. He hated to lose. Like everything else in his life, Jason excelled in his career. He was always in top in sales. It was a tremendous asset to the companies he worked with. He was simply a success. I think by now, if you knew Jason, you laughed. It was a big part of being around him. He was silly, corny, crazy, and he had his own unique sense of humor that made him special. And like Craig said, he was a big practical joker. He went to great lengths sometimes to pull off his schemes. I and many of us have never laughed so hard in our lives in the times we were around Jason. And through the laughter and practical jokes came the nicknames. Most of us have never known anyone to have more nicknames than Jason. For time's sake, I won't list them all, but I think his sister listed a few. Ultimate Frisbee was a big part of his life. I'm wearing this shirt today in honor of him. A small band of Alvin athletes came together around a strange sport that no one in our hometown understood. But we took it on the road and traveled around the world, and it extended our friendships well beyond high school. We were a band of brothers that were thick as blood. Like everything else in his life, Jason excelled at ultimate and became one of the top players in the world. The stories and memories of these years will live on forever. Proverbs 17:17 reads, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity." Along with many of his close friends, not only I, but many of us struggle with the loss of a friend. And we carry a burden of what we could have done to help prevent his tragedy. Jason wouldn't want us to carry any burden. This is not the Jason we knew. He was hurting and was not himself. Many of us tried to reach out to help him. We were unsuccessful in our attempts. I know Jason is in a better place, free of the pain he struggled with. I also believe that Jason has a message for us. He would not want any of us to carry a burden that we could have done more to help him. He would want us to celebrate his life, remembering the great times we had together. And most of all, continuing to love one another, to press in harder and pay it forward, to seek out the hurting and not give up on each other. To forgive and forget, not to carry bitterness, to love hard, to love more, to love forever. And that we can all make a difference in someone's life. And that is what Jason would want us to do. The Bible says all things work for good. And he would want us to take the good that he gave us and share it with one another. And never forget him, the impact he had on all of us. Jason, we love you. You're gone, but we'll never be forgotten. Your memory lives on forever. I want to share something. I have a cousin that shared something with me on the way over here that I want to share with you. She didn't know Jason, but she prayed for him. Said, my heart was hurting over your friend. I asked the Lord, why would I feel this for one who is lost now with no hope? The Lord said to me, I am caring so tenderly for my Jason. He was lost, but now he is found. By my tender hand of mercy, he cried unto me in his deepest desires to rescue him. I have him. He is safe with me. I'd like to close in prayer. Dear Lord, we all grieve the loss of our dear friend Jason. We loved him. Help us to be strong in our brokenness, to carry the good and pay it forward, loving each other. Most of all, helping us to reach out to those we know may be hurting or struggling in some way. May we be instruments of light in this dark world. We thank you for all the great memories that we have of Jason. We stand united today in his memory and pray that you guide us into your perfect will for our individual lives. We thank you for your grace and mercy. It's in the name of Jesus Christ our Savior we pray.